PM Trade Vietnam in this bitch. Can I get a mic check as soon as anybody at all gets in this motherfucker? If I get a view, I might get a couple. This morning. Unmarked police car. Look at unmarked police cars, man. That shit pisses me off, man. You're supposed to be out here for safety and security. If I hire a bodyguard and this nigga hide, then I don't know where he at. That's whack. Y'all supposed to be public protection. Out here doing that concrete pirate shit. Stop fucking lying and fronting like this not what the hell we dealing with in reality, bro. It's painful seeing through the matrix, yo. It's a painful thing seeing the world and be like, this some bullshit. And then everybody dancing to the tune of the bullshit, though. Man, that shit crazy. Today is Tuesday, named after Mercury. That shit means something. Your days of the week mean something. The names, the gematria behind the names, the order that they're in, who named them, what they mean, what they're supposed to represent, all of that. None of that shit is arbitrary. How could it ever be arbitrary? There's some very deep, sincere meaning behind all of that shit. Look how influential all of that is as far as structure and time. Look how paramount that is to the human experience. Whoever's behind doing that, developing and implementing that, not only are they powerful, they've always ruled this shit, and they've never relinquished their control over the planet. Is never going away. At what point did somebody stand up to beat them out of it, or they tap out and gave up and just gave the world back to the nature? That shit ain't never happened. If you ever look through history and you see any sign of a ruling, controlling rhythm of war, prosperity, industry, advances in technology, then more war, and motherfuckers fighting over control. Come on, bro. All of that shit is constantly moving. The biggest industries that influence the human condition, that you have to know that it's worth paying attention to every single bit of the details and all that, because that's the full entire story of humanity, man. As much of the big picture as you can possibly get, you should try to do. That's what I try to do in life in general, man. That's what I try to do in life in general. All of the details, as much of the story as possible, constantly analyzing, scanning, taking in information, because it seems like that's what the human body is here to do. So when people not doing that, I'm like, damn, look at you denying your nature. You won't protect yourself. A man can't be a man, and a woman can't be a woman no more. Y'all talk about all of this freedom of sexuality, sexual orientation, freedom of perspective, the freedom to be wrong if you're wrong in what you think or believe. Y'all pushing for all of that shit, right? A lot of loud mouths pushing for all of that shit for them, while telling me, and because they want the freedom to say what they want, I should not be able to say what I want. Motherfucker, ain't this about the freedom? You acting like that's what it's about, but it's not though, because you're really just trying to hush people up. You acting, motherfuckers out here acting like this free. They want to be free to be who they are sexually. You goddamn right you should be, because it ain't nobody else's business. I, for one, could give a fuck less what anybody does with their dick or their pussy. I can't even express how much I don't care. There's not enough words in the English language for damn sure to express how much that is never a concern to me. I can give a fuck less. I don't care. I might find it entertaining. I might find it weird. I might find some camaraderie in you if you're a man and you understand what the female form is like. Then, hey, high five, bro. You know what it is. This the nature. And if you're a woman and you can't deny the female form, the high five to you too. Good for you. I don't care. If you're a boy and you like boys, I don't give a fuck that you like boys. What the fuck could that ever do for me? I can not like it and still be rational enough to know that me not liking it doesn't mean that somehow I'm going to stop it, that I need to say anything to you or anything. I don't give a fuck. There's a whole lot of shit that I don't like that I'm still not willing to fight. I don't gotta fight it. I just don't like it. It ain't for me. I can't be everything. I'm only going to be me, and it's only going to be a small range of human possibilities that I can even encompass, right? Your religion is not part of me, okay? It's not going in. There's only so much room inside of me to build on as a person, as a human being. I don't want your religion in here. I don't like your sexuality. If you do this and that, it ain't for me. All of it can't be for me. So when I don't rock with it, you gotta know, hey, anything ain't for everybody. How could it ever be? Don't even make no sense. So let me deny what the fuck it is that I want to deny when I say I don't rock with it. And I can bring all of my reasons. You ain't gotta agree with the reasons. What you do need to come to terms with is that I can't be everything, so don't be mad when I don't rock with you. Get the fuck out of here. And if it's about the fucking sexual freedom, don't I got the sexual freedom to say that if you are not born with fallopian tubes, then I don't want you. I don't care what you call yourself now, or what you look like, or none of that shit. What a doctor done did to you, or what some pills and some other shit done did to you, it ain't good enough. And I get to say that, because you get to say what you get to say. That shit tit for tat, like for real, man, and all of that is linked to a whole bunch of other shit anyway. Y'all want the people who are attracted to people, to other human beings that ain't been here long enough to understand. You know what I'm saying? If you're attracted to human beings that ain't been here long enough to even understand what's going on, they can't even give you knowledge. They can't even give knowledgeable consent to none of that type of shit. Yeah, if that's what you're doing, bro, I get to oppose you because you make a victim out of people with that. So your sexuality, I actually can attack. You create a victim, period. And motherfuckers trying to deny that that's what it is. People trying to use this fucking bullshit psychology experiments. There's this one guy, I heard about his experiment. He done experiments on multiple children, trying to figure out if a sexual behavior is actually harm or not, or some shit. This guy did this experiment. I can't remember his name. I heard of the experiment, and then I stumbled upon it on YouTube, listening to some documentary or expose or whatever about dude. And I was like, damn, this is what somebody just mentioned to me the other day. That's crazy. Then it popped up on my fucking YouTube. But all of that shit is weird, bro. That shit is extra strange and extra crazy that people actually go that far to try to try to justify it. To justify it with some science. What? Oh, then the experiments went horribly wrong. And then of course he painted the picture that he wanted to paint for the outcome of his experiments, that he was lying, fucking all that shit up. He was doing some strange shit. Somebody's supposed to put that man in the dirt, whoever that was. That's strange, bro. Everything's strange, bro. Everything's strange when y'all deny the nature, man. Your days of the week, your language, especially if you speak English, come on now, pay attention to that. There's something there. I just like knowing all the details in anything, man. If there's a description or attribute or understanding of something that I could gain while I'm observing something, if I just ask or look further, then I'm probably just going to do that shit until I feel like, hey, I'm not an expert, but I don't know if I can ask any more questions or find any more details. I think I got a thorough examination and understanding. It's worth it to reach like that for anything that you care about, or anything that seems to care a whole lot about you. Because while y'all sitting and chilling, somebody loading guns, doing training, exercises, loading heavy artillery onto battleships and fighter jets and shit. Somebody trying to fight hard as fuck and your ass chilling. Don't want an AR, don't want me to have one neither. You mad that the barrel is oh so long or not long enough, or whatever the fuck y'all fucking problem is, whatever y'all talking about with that punk shit. Okay, today's the day, right? The 31st of January, the ATF is supposed to be going full blown with they shit, man. They supposed to be going full blown with they shit. Crazy. Fuck that, bro. That's crazy. They is picking a fight, bro, and nobody's supposed to let them do none of that, because the nature says whoever threatens my life, especially when I am not threatening no one's life, is an enemy that I'm supposed to be able to fight to the death, and I don't know what else anybody could possibly expect. What is you gonna write on paper that's gonna make that untrue when it's always thoroughly true? In the experience of humanity, there's no way out of it. If you fuck with somebody, they gonna fuck with you back. You gotta know that that's gonna happen. And if you're in the wrong, you're supposed to lose too. That part. If you're in the wrong, you're supposed to lose too. Get the fuck out of here. The world crazy. Reality is crazy. There's a lot of shit going on. People who don't really like paying attention is weird to me. Like, you don't want to understand like thoroughly? Yo ass tweaking. RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. Get a fucking gun and stop playing.